What's up, YouTube? Timmy's here. Now, last month, while being interviewed for Sonic 3, Jim Carrey did mention that he's actually interested in coming back for a sequel to The Mask. So because obviously Jim Carrey was interested, looks like there's another person who's now interested in doing a sequel, and that is Cameron Diaz. This comes from Variety saying that Cameron Diaz is ready to go green again. Diaz, who just came out of retirement of a 10-year retirement from acting in Netflix's Back in Action, which was pretty fun, recently revealed to Access Hollywood that should be open to returning for a sequel to the 1994 comedy The Mask as long as Jim Carrey is involved, stating, "If Jim's on board, I mean, I've been riding those coattails from day one," she said, about the possibility of reprising her role as nightclub singer Tina Carl in The Mask, starring Jim Carrey as a middle-mannered bank teller, Stanley Ipkiss, whose life is turned upside down when he discovers that a mask that possesses him with a spirit of a magical trickster. Now, Carey previously expressed to comicbook.com that he would also be open to returning for sequel to The Mask, provided that the project had a strong enough script, saying, "Oh gosh, it has to be a right idea." Who now, of course, Carey recently was recently in the recent Sonic movie and whatever. So now the last time we got a sequel to The Mask was the infamous and horrible 2005's Son of the Mask. Yeah, we saw how that one turned out. I'm not gonna lie. If they go ahead and announce a sequel to The Mask with Jim Carrey, Cameron Diaz coming back, I'm all for it. Like, I would love to see another Mask, especially with Jim Carrey involved. And Cameron Diaz, by the way, The Mask was actually her first ever feature. So and who did not like Cameron Diaz in The Mask? Like, she was probably one of the most attractive characters in the '90s here. So I don't know, seeing Diaz coming back, that could be pretty cool. So whether that actually happens, that has to wait and see. But man, I hope someone gets a hold of this and actually gets a really good script for a sequel, because I think a sequel to The Mask, which especially with today's comic book genres and stuff like that, how popular the comic book world is today, you could really do something cool with The Mask nowadays. So whether it actually happens, that has to be see. But hey, at least we know Cameron Diaz is interested in coming back for a sequel. Now, obviously, she is reprising one of her other iconic roles down the line, but a voice work, which is, of course, returning as a voice of Princess Fiona for Shrek 5. So at least she has that coming too. But let me let you guys, what are your thoughts on Cameron Diaz being interested in coming back to another Mask movie, only if Jim Carrey is on board? Would you love to see another Mask film with Cameron Diaz returning? Were you ever a fan of The Mask? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Timmy Simon.